said it yesterday that it's always aliens when it's convenient. It's always aliens when it's convenient. And now it's convenient that I'm just found out that Sunday, a dude was shot and was he killed? Yeah, shot and killed at Mar-a-Lago. Someone was shot and killed by Secret Service for raising their weapon. They had a shotgun. They were at Mar-a-Lago, and they raised their shotgun toward police officers and were shot and killed. Interestingly, the man that was shot, or the man that was arrested outside the White House, also had a shotgun. Now, am I saying these two things are connected? Possibly, but I want to know why it seems like every time there's a mass shooting, they have a Daniel Defense rifle with an EOTech optic. And now we're seeing two in a row attempts on Trump's life with a shotgun of some sort. To me, it kind of seems like maybe these might not be random events. My opinion is that I wouldn't put it past people like Hillary Clinton to stage an event that ends in a mass shooting to gain votes or to push the gun control agenda. I wouldn't put it past those people. They're terrible people. We know this. We've known this for a long time, that people like Hillary and Bill Clinton are awful human beings. Obama has no problem killing American citizens with a drone strike. Why is it unbelievable that Obama would not? Why is it unbelievable that Obama would be willing to stage a mass shooting? It's, to me, not unbelievable at all. It's honestly fairly believable that they could do these things. I'm not saying that they have. I'm saying it's possible they could. Strange that often we see the same weapons used, however. Daniel Defense often is used in mass shootings. These past two attempted assassins have used shotguns. They don't say what kind of shotgun, but it's real easy to get hold of a shotgun in this country. Probably the simplest argument is they used a shotgun because it's easy to get hold of. Pretty much anyone can buy a shotgun unless you're a convicted felon. But we also have like travel bans going on in Mexico because the cartels are getting real rowdy. I told you, they use aliens as a distraction over and over and over again. Time and time again, they've used aliens as a huge distraction. Hey, don't look over there. Look over here. Aliens. So I want to show you these articles just because I just want to make the point. I'm just so tired of I've been following this stuff for a while. I've been following politics since 2016. And here we have from The Guardian, new details emerge about armed man shot and killed at Trump's Mar-a-Lago. The 21-year-old man who was shot and killed after having entered Donald Trump's Florida resort on Sunday while carrying a shotgun came from a North Carolina family of the president's supporters and had reportedly become increasingly fixated on the so-called Jeffrey Epstein files. Why does that sound just like every other time? Every other time there's been an attempt on Trump's life, it's been, well, this was someone who came from a family of Trump supporters and was upset with the Epstein files. Every time it's the same story. Every time it's the same, if not the same weapon, the same type of weapon. Doesn't it smell kind of funny to you? Doesn't it smell? If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Okay? I'm not saying that these are the Clintons or Epstein or whatever trying to kill Donald Trump. But if it were, they seem to be using the same playbook with every one of these people. We're going to say that they were like Thomas Matthew Crooks, the dude that was Crooks the dude that shot Charlie Kirk? Who was that little fag? Crooks was the little douchebag from Butler that did shoot Trump. They say Crooks came from a MAGA family. They said the guy that killed Charlie Kirk came from a MAGA family. They said the last guy that got arrested outside of the White House came from a MAGA family. Do you really believe that these people come from Republican families? Like, do you really believe that Republicans would be the ones to be like, actually, I'm so mad at the person I voted for that I'm going to try to kill him? No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense that someone who voted for Trump would then try to assassinate the person they voted for. There's no common sense here. There's no rhyme or reason to what they're saying. They're just saying a thing to get a response out of people. The other article I have here is there's basically a travel ban in Mexico. Things are getting real rowdy, and they're basically saying stay out of Mexico. This is from News Nation. Where is Mexico? I'm sorry. Where in Mexico are U.S. travelers currently banned or told to avoid? Americans with travel plans to Mexico may need to cancel or adjust their itineraries as several states south of the border have been cited as dangerous by the U.S. State Department after the Mexican army killed the powerful leader of the New Jalisco Generation cartel Sunday morning. So basically, what's happening is they killed this cartel leader, and the cartel has been retaliating like a bunch of cowards. It's a pretty simple, cut and dry story. They're mad that we offed their we didn't do it. Trump allegedly told Scheinbaum, "You deal with this, or I will. Your options are grow up, handle your problems, or I'm gonna handle your problems for you." To which Scheinbaum was like, "All right, I'll do my job, I guess." And I'm sorry, but women just shouldn't be in charge of countries because every time a woman's in charge of a country, it just doesn't end well. I just have yet to see a woman be in charge of a country and it works. I don't think. I also don't think women should vote. Women vote emotionally, and they vote on things that can send me to war, and they don't have the responsibility of being drafted. Therefore, they shouldn't be voting. I digress. That's not this conversation. The conversation is Trump laid down the law. Trump said, either you do what I say or I'm going to go do it. And Scheinbaum said, okay, I'll do what you say. And now the cartels that actually run Mexico are going insane, killing people, targeting soft targets as they do. And the funny part is they're using weapons that we gave them. And this is why I say it's not unreasonable to believe that people like Obama would be willing to stage a mass shooting, because Obama gave weapons to the cartels. Obama gave firearms to the cartel under the logic of, we'll follow the guns, and after they're used in a crime, we'll be able to arrest the cartel members because they used a gun in a crime. And it's like, no, you idiot, they're already breaking the law. That's the same thing with this, oh, you can't carry a gun at a protest. Yes, you can. It's not illegal to carry a gun at a protest. It's illegal to break the law. Carrying a gun at a protest is not against the law. You know, the guy that got shot in Minneapolis, I can't remember his name. He had the SIG on him, and I believe the officer discharged the SIG accidentally. I'm blanking on that dude's name. Yeah, I can't remember it. Anyway, the guy that got shot for carrying a gun at a protest, and then everyone said, well, you can't carry a gun at a protest. Yes, you can. You don't get to exercise one constitutional right at a time. You can exercise every constitutional right at the same time. They all apply at all times. It's illegal to break the law. We have a law that says you can't spray paint buildings. That's illegal, regardless of whether or not you're carrying a gun. It's when Obama did Fast and Furious, he gave guns to the cartels with the logic of, well, they'll break the law and then we'll get them. They're already breaking the law. Just go get them. just like a lot of these protesters that are being violent. They're destroying public property. They're whatever they're doing. They're being rowdy little shitheads, and they deserve to be rolled up. They were breaking laws. They were doing illegals. They were doing an illegal. My hair keeps falling on my forehead, and it's driving me nuts. It's almost long enough that I can tie it back, but it's not quite there yet, and it keeps driving me insane. I might get it cut. I digress. That's neither here nor there. I am I'm tired of the media just lying. Like all they do is lie. Like, oh well, you can't carry a gun at a protest. Yes, you can. You can't break the law. You can't break the law at a protest. You can't break the law in general. If I walk up to an old lady and kick her, regardless of whether or not I'm carrying a firearm, that's still assault. Still kicked some random old lady. Maybe you don't do that. If I go smash the windshield out of a cop car, that's still vandalism, destruction of property, whatever it is. That's still illegal, regardless of whether or not I have a firearm. If I go to a protest, that's legal, regardless of whether or not I carry a firearm. It's legal to protest in this country. It's illegal to carry a firearm. You can do both at the same time. It is legal to be at a protest with a firearm. I am so tired of these weak, spineless Republican cowards. Oh, you can't carry a gun at a protest. That's not what guns are for. Guns are for shooting birdies out of the sky with your buddies, or maybe taking out Bambi every once in a while. No, guns are for violence. Guns are made to kill people. Guns are used to kill people. We carry guns because they're effective at killing people. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to bullshit you. I have a gun in my desk drawer because if somebody comes through my office door, I'm going to shoot them and I want them to die. Well, that's not true. I don't want them to die. But the end goal is that, I'm going to exercise the most lethal force that I can because you're not supposed to be here. I carry a gun because you're not supposed to rob me. You're not supposed to try to kill me. You're not supposed to try to rob that person. You're not supposed to try to kill that person. So when I use my gun, I want my gun to be as effective as possible. The whole point of guns is that they're weapons of war. I want a weapon of war. I want an assault weapon. I want whatever nonsensical term they've come up with. But they don't want you to have that, which is why I find it strange that these past two attempts on Trump's life have been with the same kind of weapon. It's like you would think that here's actually an argument against my own argument. You would think that if it were staged, it would be some maniac with an AR-15 spraying rounds everywhere into the building and just going nuts because it would scare more people. But this was just a dude with a shotgun who raised the shotgun and got shot by the cops. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, I guess. But I told you there was more than what meets the eye. I told you there was more going on than what they were telling you. It's always jingle, 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 look at the aliens. And it's never, oh yeah, some dude tried to kill Trump again. Luckily, Trump wasn't home. Trump's usually in Mar-a-Lago on the weekends, but he was doing presidential stuff. So Trump wasn't at Mar-a-Lago that day. Home, I guess? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Trump wasn't at Mar-a-Lago, so Trump's safe. But my point remains that jingle, jingle, look at the aliens. Pay no attention to what's actually going on in front of your own face. Look at the aliens. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to end it there. I'll see you all in the next one. I am more than frustrated with the state of the media. It is just some bullshit. Anyway, that's it. Oh, also, everyone's flipping out because Erica Kirk got invited to Trump's State of the Union. I guess everyone's mad about that. I don't know. Whatever. I don't fucking care. That's it. See y'all in the next